Welcome to Subramani. Today I'm going to do a topic called annuity, and the question is do you need an annuity? I'm not getting too much into what is an annuity. Basically it is exactly the reverse of EMI. In an EMI you take a loan and repay. Here you give a lump sum to an insurance company. As of now in India, mutual funds are not doing it, and you price it in such a way that it pays you an X amount for the rest of your life. So this is exactly the reverse of term insurance. Term insurance covers the risk of dying too early, and annuity covers the risk of living too long. We have spent a lot of time and earning a lot of money by selling term insurance and endowment insurance. We have not spent enough time on annuity as a country, so we need to look at it. Now, typically, if a 70-year-old man was to go and make a 1 crore payment to, let's say, LIC, he's likely to get something like 7.2, 7.3% per annum. Now don't confuse this with a bank return which is about under 6%, because a part of what you're getting is your principal also. You will get or the next of kin will get nothing out of that 1 crore which is which you have paid to LIC. Here I am talking of a product which is called without return of premium. But what it assures is say an monthly payment of 60,000 rupees for the rest of your life. Annuity is typically an insurance product which is a risk pooling thing. Many 70-year-olds will be taking a policy for annuity. A few of them will die at 72, a few will die at 102. Here we are pooling the risk of living too long. So if you live beyond a particular age, it is worthwhile for you to have taken an annuity policy. And if you die before it, bad luck. Now you take term insurance. Term insurance is the earlier you take, the cheaper it is, and the later you take, it gets more expensive. If you live through the term of the policy, like people like me have lived through, the premium paid goes waste, but I would not look at it as a waste, because I got peace of mind during my formative years, when if I had died, my wife would have struggled. So similarly, annuity is one thing where you have to answer yourself one question: do you want a guaranteed payment for the rest of your life? Do you need it? Can you afford it? Why am I asking whether can you afford it? Is because it is not the most efficient of products from a return point of view or from a tax point of view. Like I said, you put 1 crore, you get about 60,000 a month, and that 60,000 a month is fully taxable in your hand. I know it sounds a little cruel, because a lot of this money coming back could be your principal, especially beyond your age of 80, but on that also you will pay full tax. So it is tax inefficient, and it doesn't pay a great amount, so it's very inefficient. However, it does one thing: even a 90-year-old or a 95-year-old can understand how it is, because the money will come into your bank account on, say, the first of every month, like what you would have got in a pension if you had a pensionable job. So here you are buying yourself. Annuity is in two stages. When you're young, you contribute to building the annuity, and when you are retired or at a particular age, in this case we were talking of a 70-year-old, you go and say, here is a lump sum, please pay me this permanently for the rest of my life. So it's a very peaceful, nice, simple to understand product, very inefficient, because the rates which you get will look very bad at the time that you are buying it. After 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, it may look good, especially if interest rates have gone down. So depending on when you enter, how you price it, and what return you get, based on that you can look smart or you can look dumb after a period of time. However, it does one thing: it is one asset which will never go to zero during your lifetime. Because so for whom is it suitable? One, it is suitable for people who have a lot of money and a portion of it they want it locked away, saying whatever I do with the other part of my money, whether I take wrong interest rate calls or wrong equity calls, even if I decimate the other portions of my assets, this one will not let me down. I will get 60,000 a month for the rest of my life. If you think it should be 1,20,000, please double the amount that you give to LIC, make it 2 crores instead of 1 crore. That's the only thing you can do. You really can't negotiate too much on the annuity front. Now, annuity is something which really sparks deep resentment, confusion, and a healthy debate, right? So the product itself is a high commission product. If you are young and you are contributing to an annuity, it's a very easy sell for the insurance agent. He makes decent money. He doesn't have to worry about a health checkup and an underwriting cancellation, so it is good for him. However, an immediate annuity is not a product which any great insurance agent will sell, because the commissions are very low, perhaps about 2%, which is not bad at all considering the amount of money that people will put is big. But there is no trail commission. There is nothing great that attractive about it, because it's just a 2% upfront commission one time, right? So it's not a great product. Not too many people will sell it. But a combination of potential benefits and the features and the pitfalls, and the problem is there can be a very varied complex products, but it can be a simple one also, saying please pay for me and pay for my wife after I die, and that amount could be 50% of what you're paying me, which always makes sense when you're taking an annuity. Suppose you have an annual annuity budget of 50 lakhs, 1 crore that you want to take now. Take 50 lakhs with you as the main person and 50 lakhs with your wife as the main person, so that when one of you dies, the other person gets one main pension and one 50% pension, right? So make sure that both of you have one policy each, right? It's like taking two separate term insurance. Obviously, when husband and wife are both borrowing, you take separate term insurance. Similarly, here both of you are retired, you take two separate annuity plans, one for the husband, one for the wife. You can also do one more thing of taking from different companies, and you can also take it from different companies at different points in time. So ideally, I would think the first annuity plan you should buy when you're 68, 69, the second one when you're 74, 75, and third when you're 81, 82. This takes care of inflation both at the time of buying and at the time that you are receiving. So what happens is at 82, maybe a lot of your money, maybe 60-70% of your liquid cash you have converted into annuities, and the balance stays with you as an emergency fund or as an index fund to have some equity exposure. So this is what you can do. So it is a simple product, not very difficult to understand, and I guess I'll have to do a series of products about annuity. So largely we are saying if you need a guaranteed lifetime income, and that is necessary when the amount of money you have is a little iffy. Somebody who has say 10 crores and he requires 4 lakhs a year doesn't have to worry too much about whether he's putting into annuity. For him, a bank fixed deposit will work as well, because when his requirement is higher, he will withdraw a little from the principal. But when what you require is 3 crores and what you have is 3 crores, then there is very little scope for a risk, right? You don't want to take any risk whatsoever, because you are very tightly walking on that 3 crore portfolio size. In such a case, an annuity can be very useful, so that the other money, even if it is not too well handled, it will not ruin this person, right? So we will do a little more series on annuities. Treat this as lesson chapter number 1 or 101 on annuities, and there is more to come. Thank you.